What's going on, everybody? Jared here, Dex and Dice. Just follow along with me, if you will, on a magical little journey. Just wanted to show you a little bit of where we're at. You know, small little sleepy town. There's my shit box. You know, nice little downtown area. Small little town. I hope you can hear me. I'm outside currently, so the wind might be a little bit crappy. But yeah. I know you wash your car, but, you know, my buddy initially drew that, and then my wife drew that, so, like, I don't know, sentimental maybe. So, it'll get washed if it gets washed. But anyways, so, main reason why I'm doing this is to show you guys that, you know, here's the front of my store. Anyways, back to the main reason why I'm doing this is to show you guys that you can just fucking do it, man. Like, you can watch all the YouTubers and all the other people with, this is how I did it, this is what you should do, this is how you should do it. Don't do it unless you do X, Y, and Z first, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, guys, like, realistically, and I hope you can still hear me, I'm a little bit farther away from the phone, but, like, realistically, like I've said in other videos, you just gotta be like Nike and just fucking do it. If you want to do this, if you want to start a brick and mortar LGS, there is no better time than the current time to just do it, man. This has taken me roughly 3.5 years, give or take. Yeah, our dice is a little low. It's getting restocked Tuesday or Wednesday. But, like, I don't know. I don't even really know what spurred this video, aside from just watching a couple of people with, like, you know, oh, this is my reports on what I did, you know, this month through, I don't know, fucking TCG Player or whatever, and, you know, I'm slinging cardboard out of my basement and blah, blah, blah. We all know that that's a bit of a contentious point with me, just merely because it is. I don't want to go into details about that, but it just is, man. And really, with a bunch of other people who have YouTube channels that do brick and mortar shit, is a contentious spot with them too. Whether they'll openly admit it to you or not is a different fucking story. But back to trying to get the squirrel on track. You just gotta fucking do it, man. This shit started with like 3 cases and a hope and a dream. And I mean, it's not like everything is fully stocked or whatever, because I'm a poor motherfucker and this is a fucking cuddle struggle, as I've said before, but it's doable. You just don't have to be bitch made, you know? You can fucking do it. Don't worry about having 8 years of saved up revenue to fucking do it. Don't worry about, you know, I hate to say it, but, like, don't worry about your safety nets, dude. It's sounds like shit advice, but if you're worried about your safety nets, you're never going to really do this. The timing will never be, kind of like having kids, you know? Like, the timing is never right. Oh, the economy. Oh, this. Oh, that. And then before you know it, you're fucking 56 years old and you can't do shit. So, like, just fucking do it. Stop with the what ifs. You know, that is the most common thing that stops people from doing whatever the hell it is they want to do. If you don't want to do this, that's fine. You don't have to do this. Like, if you want to open up a shoe shop, fucking open up a shoe shop, barber shop, like a deli, whatever. I'm not even really speaking in generals to, like, the LGS shit, but, like, just fucking do it, man. And I don't know, that's really just, like, the best overall advice I've got for you guys, is just fucking do it. Turn your passion, whatever you want to call it, hobby, into something. Yes, there is a really good chance that it's gonna kill the hobby for you. But it's gonna kill the hobby. It's not gonna kill the passion. The passion just migrates into a different avenue, man. Like I've said in other videos, it migrates itself into a different passion. Or a different spot in the hobby. Shout out to my buddy who runs the vape shop 2 doors down. But, you know, and you can also thoroughly believe in dumb shit like this and still be able to do it. You know, not to get political or whatever, but it is what it is sometimes. But to just kind of continue on with this, let me show you, like, you know, POS. And another thing a lot of people won't tell you is that there's a shit ton of hidden fees when trying to do this. And a lot of people would never show you their fucking LGS in its raw, unadulterated form like I am because of appearances. Like, I get it, man. We've all been brainwashed to expect this cookie cutter fucking, like, corporate bullshit where everything is sanitized and there's no, like, personal touch to it. Like, you know, I'm a half-ass messy person to begin with. My shit is half-ass messy. Like, I don't understand that either. And honestly, in the 3.5 years I've been doing this, I've never really ran into anyone who has a problem with the way my shop will look sometimes. You know, I've heard like, oh, hey, why don't you sweep or whatever, but, you know, I'm one dude. I get to it when I get to it. Currently, I now can afford to get someone to come in here twice a week to kind of tidy up a little bit, but, you know, it is what it is. You will migrate to that point too. But, you know, I don't know. I just felt like rambling, and this is going to be an honest rambling of an LGS owner kind of thing, because I'm just going to ramble. Like, I mean, we have on-site locker storage just for shits and giggles, man, and we're a nobody shop. Like, you can do whatever the hell you want to do with your own space. It doesn't have to be a cookie cutter fucking, you know, this is LGS.LGS.com kind of bullshit. I don't know where shops lost that, like, personality, but most places have gone the fucking full corpo, and I don't mean that in, like, a total derogatory way, but, like, I got no other way to describe it. But, like, this full corpo must have slat wall, must be one color, must have set color scheme, must be perfect, must be spick and span, must be like Walmart. No. It's a card shop. People start these because they have a passion for the hobby. Not even the specific game, but just the hobby. And, like, the people inside the hobby. And, like in my case, yes, I'm retired. I don't play card games anymore. I just don't. I have too much shit going on. But if it wasn't for the nerd world in general, man, if it wasn't for the nerd world in general being as open and welcoming as it once was, I would have had a way rougher time going through a whole bunch of bullshit in my life than I did. And I'm just, I guess, trying to reciprocate that to the geek world in general, as I've said in other stuff. So, yeah. And as, like, with most places too, yeah, we have drinks and snacks. And some places probably don't allow their people to run a tab. And I know a lot of you in other places are like, oh my god, you're letting them run tabs? They never fucking pay it? No. If this didn't get like 95% paid, I would stop it. But people pay their tabs. Even if it's like 4 days afterwards, they will hand me like a $20 bill and be like, oh hey, this is for my drinks and snacks the past couple of days. So, you know, it may seem like a dumb move, but it's not. I mean, like, even our fucking Warhammer tables, man, they're cobbled together stuff. Like, but people enjoy it. It's a place to play, and it's not, you know, cookie cutter $900 fucking tables. They're tables that get the job done just like it would be at your house or your buddy's house. And no one seems to really give a shit. You know, I did have 4 at one time, but moving them so much and everything, they kind of broke, so I'm stuck with only 2 temporarily. And then like this, I'm gonna move around eventually. But anywho, I forgot where I was going with that one. The squirrel just kind of, you know, went away. And everyone seems to enjoy that the men's room is Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the ladies is fucking Android 18. So, you know, again, personal touch. It's not cookie cutter the way it should be with a shop. And, you know, as most people come in here know, that's kind of more of a suggestion than anything else, but let me introduce you to the back room where it is going to be a clusterfuck because I'm a normal fucking person, you know. Look, it's where I keep the drinks. One of the minions, Willie, just clusters everything up with his shit. You know, Willie, pick your shit up. But yeah, back room, check it out. Fucking chaotic mess that only I and the minions really understand. And even then, pushing it with the minions, I understand this chaotic shit. There's a card bot, Card Kingdom, or yeah, Card Kingdom, whatever. Dude, initially, shit investment. No kidding, shit investment. Sucked so fucking much. Not sucking so much anymore. It's still not that great. I mean, I think the only thing it really recognizes decently enough is Magic. And even then, you are hard-pressed to not separate like full arts and borderlesses and shit like that from the standard stuff you run through. Even though it's gotten better at recognizing that, you know, it's still not the greatest. It's better than fucking nothing. Would I suggest everyone hop on the bandwagon and get that? Currently, no, I would not. Give it a little bit longer, and yes, then maybe it would be worth the $8K or $300 a month it is, you know, running us currently. But look, this is my chaotic little shop, and you can sit there and say it's disgusting and hate it and all that good stuff, but one of the reasons why I'm showing you this is to let you guys know that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to figure shit out as you go along, you know? I mean, like, that's our bulk rack right there. All of that is bulk that has to be gone through. Like, it's completely fine to, like I said, just do it and then figure it out as you go. Have a loose plan. By all means, have a loose plan. Loose guidelines, because you're going to fuck stuff up. Things are going to happen. Situations are going to arise to where you're going to have to change course. But that's just what happens, man. Nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing will go on the timeline or the expectations that you have it, and people freak out about that. The main thing that makes a difference is rolling with those fucking punches, changing with it, and adapting. Sure, you can't do that all the time, and your business may or may not fail, which is why a lot of LGSs fail within their first year, like 80% of them. But, you know, you got to also kind of wonder how many of those people strived for total and utter perfection. It's just not a thing, especially with a small LGS like mine. Shit's going to be weird, man. Shit's not going to look perfect. Shit's not going to be cookie cutter, but it works. People still come, they hang out, they buy stuff, they play games. There's online stuff that survives. Like, it can be done. Now, if you're wondering about, like, I don't know, random inventory thought for the day with my TCG stuff, this is my TCG inventory for, well, basically Magic. As you can see, I don't have it separated into set because, one, I'm not direct, so I don't really have to worry about the way that direct sets up their stuff. And you'll see that I do have set boxes. So the way that I did it is the newer stuff that we have been opening and everything for the shop the past 2 or 3 years does get its own set box. But everything else that just kind of comes in with trades, buying collections, etc., I have separated merely into color and like what type it is. Like, you've got your enchantments, your instants, sorceries, creatures, and artifacts, and each one is broken up into color. And then, down this way, you've got colorless and artifacts, you've got your lands, you've got tokens, there's more set boxes because it's one of the newer sets, your pretty basic lands. Like, it may not be optimal for some people, and I could hear some of the laughing there, but it's basically just as easy as a set box. You look at the card, like if I want a fucking lightning bolt, just throwing that one out there because it's top of my head, it's a red instant. I go to the red instant box, I go to the L's, and I pull out a fucking lightning bolt. Like, sure, that system may have to change later, but currently it works just fine the way it is. And I'm just showing you that because your inventory doesn't have to be by set. Doesn't have to be. Your inventory can be set up however the hell you think is the easiest fucking way to do it. So, again, everyone with this striving for perfection bullshit and wanting to be cookie cutter and, slat walls and as professional looking as possible, or they think no one's going to like it and doesn't meet their standards and blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck over it, man. Get the fuck over it and just do it. Make shit happen. If you develop a good enough, and I hate using this word because it's like kind of a no-no word because everyone thinks you're trying to grift or whatever, but if you get a good enough community together, these motherfuckers will support you until the day you die. Like, they will. They will try their hardest. Yes, there are some outliers that will just use your space as a place to play and that's it. And that sucks ass. But you can't avoid that. Most people, though, understand that they need to spend money to keep the doors open. And they try. They try the best they can. And that's really all you can ask for. But, and like another thing, we just started doing this, but whenever you win a locals, you get to put your name on the dude, or just the flag in general. Like, again, man, it's just little personal fucking touches that really make, or should make, an LGS yours. And yeah, that's the important part, man. Like, it's yours. You're the one that put the money up. You're the one that found everything. You're the one that stocks everything. You're the one that deals with all the bullshit. Why does it have to look like everything else? Why does it have to be as generic as everything else? It doesn't have to be. But anyways, man, like, the squirrel's going on, and I'm going to keep rambling if I don't just shut the hell up. Like, and I don't know, I'm sure most people have these too, where it's alphabetical sorters and stuff. Like, if you're just now starting out, get fucking sorters. Do it. It helps. Yeah, I guess that's really about all I got, dude. Like, just kind of want to do a stupid little rambling thing. I hope the audio is okay. I don't really know because I'm just walking around holding the fucking phone and talking. But, yeah. If you're just on the fence about doing something, fucking do it, man. It might not be perfect when you first start out. It's gonna evolve. I have half of mine to, like, throw some fucking pictures of what this space looked like when I first got it. I just, if you want to do it, you'll do it. And as you evolve, your space will evolve. Your community will evolve. You will attract different types of people. You will weed people out. as I like to say, man, the flowers arrange themselves. And yes, you do have to be a gardener and, pluck the weeds and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you just got to be happy with the garden you've got and the garden you've cultivated. And that's really all that matters. So, again, like I said, I'm just showing you guys that, well, one, I am, or we are, whatever the hell, legitimate LGS, brick and mortar. We are a shop, all that good shit. And B, not everything is perfect. And not everything was ever meant to be perfect in this space. Like, if you go into a small shop like mine, and you're like, ew, there's no slat wall. Ew, there's a card on the floor. Ew, the glass has fingerprints. Like, get bent, Get bent. You have no idea the amount of time and effort, money, fucking sleepless nights, anxiety-riddled bullshit that not just me, but pretty much every shop owner goes through the first few years they're open. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get done talking. I have rambled far enough, and I no longer have a point to make other than let me shill for myself a bit, join the Patreon, help us out, help support an actual legitimate shop for as little as $1.50 a month. There is a $25 and a $35 tier where if you don't have an LGS near you, you don't like the LGS near you, or you just want to kind of, be the guy in your area, I will ship stuff to you. I will let you buy at almost distro prices, etc., etc. So check out the Patreon, support us, e-begging, because I'm not astroturfed. I don't have any coattails to ride on, all that good stuff. So, anyways, one more important thing to mention. A lot of the places that you will end up seeing, following, whatever, on YouTube or whatnot, they didn't get there wholly on everything that they're saying. Like me, I worked a full-time job on top of building this up for the first 3 years that I had this shop. So it wasn't just the revenue I was making from this shop that helped it stay afloat, And everyone else has something similar. Either they worked a job like I did, or they were able to, sell stocks, bonds, whatever, get some kind of financial backing. Like, it's not going to be easy to just do it, but you should know that already. You're going to have to do some really tough things to get the shit going, and then to keep it going, So, be prepared for that if you ever do end up doing this. You're going to have a rough time. It's going to be not fun. This does not end up being, let me sit around and play games all fucking day with my buddies, and that's that, You struggle like this, you put up with the bullshit like this, and you do all of this for the first 5, 6, 7 years, just so hopefully on that 8th year, 9th year, 10th year, preferably by that 5th year, but let's be honest here, that doesn't happen all the time anymore. But anyways, hopefully for by that, we'll say 6th year, you're making enough off of your shop to not just, survive, but to live. You're hoping that you continue to do this, and for those years after you've done this, you're living how you want to live, or as close as possible, while everyone else is still just being wage slaves. And I don't necessarily mean that in the derogatory form, but like Because I know there's a bunch of people out there that make way more than I do and are satisfied with their job and blah, blah, blah. But the only thing is I actually have the freedom to, if I wanted to take a day off. Just be like, hey man, shop's closed. Sorry for the inconvenience. I just can't do it today. Or like in my personal shit is, sorry guys, had a really bad anxiety-fueled night, didn't sleep, anxiety's really high, had a panic attack, can't fucking do it today, sorry, you know? And I don't have to worry about using PTO or like sick days or a point system or anything like that. So, you know, anyways, this time I'm done. I have rambled enough, and I hope you have seen enough of the shop by now to, I don't know, either tell me that my shop sucks and you hate it, or whatever. You know, it is what it is. And as I always like to say, guys, you know, life is not a dick. You don't have to take it so hard. But yes, sometimes the dick does fuck you, and it fucks you hard. I get that. But 9 times out of 10, it's not so bad. You know, you don't have to take it that fucking hard. You guys be safe out there. Consider joining the Patreon to support me in the shop if I haven't pissed you off with my little rambling here. And I hope that maybe, just maybe, this was slightly inspirational enough to get you off of your asses, to start your own shit, to do something. I don't care if it's a lawn care company, I don't care if it's a plumbing company, you want to fucking buy miniatures, paint those and sell those on eBay, whatever, man. I hope it inspired you just to be like, you know what, fuck this, let me try. Because at the end of the day, at least you can say you tried. And a lot of people can't even say that. So, with that being said, I'm out. Have a good one, guys, and be safe out there.